Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bedford High School for today's Girls Division I Volleyball Championship. The Hollis-Brookline Cavaliers taking on the Bedford Bulldogs for today's championship. All three divisions beginning at 6 o'clock here across the state. My name is Chris Schuker, joined by Michael Mahoney, and some help here from Bedford Community TV, Mark Marai and Bill Jennings. Great to have them on board here as well. Hollis-Brookline, well, they're both wearing black, so there goes that idea. Hollis-Brookline is to the right of the screen, and the homestanding Bedford Bulldogs are to the left. Get you the starters. First for Hollis-Brookline, number 1, Amy Reichert is a junior defensive specialist. Number 2, Hannah Close, the senior outside hitter. Number 4, Jessica Cooper is the senior libero. Number 5, Angelina Leonard is a senior setter. Number 9, Lydia Daskalos is a junior middle hitter. Number 14, Emily Sartell is a junior defensive specialist. And number 24, Cheyenne Colbert is a sophomore middle hitter. The head coach for Hollis-Brookline is Becky Balfour. HB gets the first point on a muffed kill attempt down the middle. And that one stayed in right on the serve by Hannah Close. So a quick 2-0 lead for the Cavs. Bedford starts number 1, Haley Salas, a junior libero. Number 3, Fiona Gillis, a junior outside hitter. Number 5, Kaylee O'Connell, a junior setter. Number 9, Lana McCarthy, a freshman middle hitter. Number 21, Giselle Stake, a junior outside hitter. Number 22, Julia Giroux, a junior outside hitter. And number 25, Lindsay Pearson, a senior middle hitter, the only senior on the starting 7, with only 3 more that do not start, at least are not starting today. Head coach for Bedford is Anna McGann. Bedford on the board, and behind the service line here is Kaylee O'Connell. A floating serve right down the middle, and unable to save it right along the pole is the libero Jessica Cooper. Hollis-Brookline comes into this match 10-1. Bedford is 11-0, and these teams did meet, and it was a 4-setter. Obviously, Bedford came out with the win. That was back on October 15th, so not quite a month ago. It was a 4-set win right here at Bedford. It was obviously the only loss of the season for Hollis-Brookline, and for Bedford, get this, it was the only time they dropped a set the entire season. That's right, in 11 matches, that includes the playoffs, they won 10 matches in straight sets. And the only time they dropped a set was that 4-setter against this very Hollis-Brookline team. Against Hollis-Brookline. Cavs have a 4-0 lead, and we've seen some miscommunication early by Bedford. That kill almost caught the pole, but it stayed along the tape. And trying to fly her way in was Cheyenne Colbert, and the ball just sailed right over her head. And the point goes to Bedford. 3-4, and Giselle Stake to serve. That one, it was going long. It looked like it was going to go long, and at the last second, a smart play by Emily Sartell to pull the hands away. Angelina Leonard on the serve for Hollis-Brookline into the net. Point to Bedford, 4-5 here in set number 1. And this is Lindsay Pearson right down the middle. A free ball, not quite, didn't make it over the net on the first hit by Bedford. So Hollis-Brookline continues to have that 2-point lead now at 6-4 with Sarah Dreyer, senior. From way behind the service line. Another miss hit, has to be a back pass, and it's going to be over the net. Having to reach over the net to try to save it. Another miss hit on one for, oh, actually, apparently it was Hollis-Brookline, excuse me. It was Hollis-Brookline that reached over the net. My assumption was that it was Bedford. But the point goes to the Bulldogs. Now a bit of a miss hit there, so Cooper, the libero, has to send it over. This will be Salas, the opposing libero for Bedford. A back set and quite a kill by the lefty, Emily Dreyer. She went way up and found some blue sky with which to get the point. Cavs are out to a pretty nice lead, or a pretty good start, I should say. Cooper on the floater. Coming in for the kill, that was deflected on the way by. So back and forth we go here now at 7-6. 6-7 actually with Bedford serving. Giroux. Lobs that one down and it hit the ground before it could be dug out by Amy Ryherd. Even up now at 7 apiece. That one clips the tape on the way over. Dug out. Deep set. Oh, that was a miss hit there. Over on 2 that they'll call a double tap. Eight, 7. Sartell. So Hollis-Brookline team, yeah, they lost to Bedford, but they have had an immense amount of success. Well, really, since the school opened. And again, so is Bedford. Maybe not quite as much in volleyball as HB, but certainly both schools are no stranger to success athletically and in volleyball specifically. It's a Hollis-Brookline team that last season had their string of 4 consecutive undefeated seasons and a 75-match win streak come to an end. 9 varsity players returned to this year's team. The 75-match win streak came to an end in a 5-set loss in the quarterfinals last season. That did drift out on the serve. We'll make it 8-7, 8-9 with Bedford back on serve. It's a Hollis-Brookline team that has had only one coach. Becky Balfour has been the only head coach since the school opened back in 2000. They have never missed the postseason. Not only that, in 20 years, they've been to the Final Four 14 times. 20 years, 14 Final Four appearances. This one's got to get over. A front set for Stake, but she couldn't finish it. Going out for the kill, but not quite there was Kotu. That's got to be a deep one. Right at the top. Now I thought it was going to come down closer. That's on 2. Back and forth we go. That one's going to fly out of bounds. Point over to Bedford. Coach Balfour, her husband Jake, is one of her assistant coaches. Her daughter Hannah graduated in 2017. One of the best players of all time, was a great setter here. And the volleyball familial extension extends further. Her brother Ed Leonard has coached the JV girls here and is currently the boys varsity volleyball coach. And the last name, if it sounds familiar, well, Angelina Leonard is Ed Leonard's daughter. Well, the volleyball is definitely a familial aspect in that family over at the Hollis-Brookline School District. Right now we are 10-10, and I got to tell you that this, I think, is going to go this way the whole match. You're thinking that maybe in the world of COVID this year, maybe you're not always going to get the 2 best teams squaring off in the championship match. There's little to no doubt that Bedford and Hollis-Brookline are the 2 that belong on this court here on championship Saturday evening. This is going to be a back and forth affair the entire night. That one's going to sail along. 11-11. Stake to serve. Oh, it's unbelievable how many of these players are going to return next year for Bedford. It's kind of like what Hollis-Brookline did last year. A lot of their star players were juniors and now get to realize the end of, for some of them, the end of their volleyball career tonight. For Bedford, it's the exact opposite. A lot of them are juniors. They'll be back next year. Near side. Oh, great dig out, but it's not going to stay in bounds by Salas. So back to a 3-point match. Opening set. Has not gone beyond 3 at any time. Salas finds it. Uh-oh, that was close, and that one's got to be tapped over. What are they going to call? Crossing the line. Underneath. So the point will go to Hollis-Brookline, and Anna McGann needs to use their first of their 2 timeouts here in set number 1, down 11-14. The NHIAA is proud to use Wilson Volleyball as the official ball of the AVP Tours and the NCAA Beach Championships. From the court to the beach, Wilson Volleyballs dominate the sport and are used by the top players in the world as they strive to become the very best. Learn more at wilson.com. So going back and forth, I did a little bit with head coach Becky Balfour of Hollis-Brookline right before this, some email conversations. And the last things I asked her was what they learned in that 4-set match that they lost against Bedford earlier in the season. And she was it was a very short answer, but it got right to the point. We learned that we could play with them. We learned a lot. We've had a lot of practices and a couple of matches since then, but we've learned that we can play with them, and that if they play their game today, she was confident they were going to be able to reverse, maybe not a 4-set win, but just reverse the fortune and have a much better showing in this one than they did there. And right now they've opened up a 4-point lead at 15-11 and still on serve. That's Leonard, who was able to get another point. Don't look now, 16-11. Leonard with the rocket serve, but that one never finds its way down. So Bedford will take the free point. Lindsay Pearson to serve, the only starting senior among the 4 seniors. That one's going to be in. Pearson watched it all the way and decided not to go for it. But a great cross-court cutter. Don't say that one too many times fast. This is Sarah Dreyer, the twin sister of Emily Dreyer. That one into the net. It's back-to-back 3 points for Bedford. On at the very least, the back-to-back serves for the Cavs. Here's Fiona Gillis. A standing serve. Dreyer. Oh, Stake couldn't get the body turned correctly. (18-13). Well, just as I was saying, this was going to be probably a close match, nip and tuck the entire way. Went back when it was 11-11. Now 18-13 in favor of the Cavs, and that'll be another point. That one flew out of bounds. Cooper, the libero, on the serve, serves it to her opposite number. Stake couldn't get it done that time, and that one will stay in. Nice job by Stake to duck underneath it. as Dreyer couldn't get it to come down. Giroux to serve. Into the net. 20-14. And suddenly this thing is within 5 points of a Hollis-Brookline opening set win. Coach Balfour mentioned talking to her before this, she was effusive in talking about some of her players as the serve sails long. Talk a little bit about what she said about them in set number 2. At 15-20, here's Salas. Junior libero. P.S. I say libero. I know it could be libero or libero. I say libero. Quarrel if you want. That's what I do. First time I heard it, that's what I heard. That's what I go with. Salas may need to be back behind that service line for quite some time. Still down 16-20 here in the opening set. This is her second. That one's a floater to Cooper. Didn't handle it too well. Stuffed right down by Pearson. That was kind of weak the whole time by Hollis-Brookline, and that back-to-back points gets Bedford within 3 and creates a Hollis-Brookline timeout. Well, the way these teams got here once the playoffs began, Hollis-Brookline was situated in Region 1. They were assigned the 5 seed because, or the 5 slot. Regular season standings had absolutely no standing on postseason. Everybody was just assigned a random number within their region. And Hollis-Brookline was given 5. So they were given the toughest road of them all. And all they did was go on the road to Merrimack and sweep them. Then go to Nashua North and win a 4-setter there. And then go to Alvern and win there. And then in the semifinal on Wednesday, they got to host the winner of the Region 4, Londonderry, and they won a 4-setter there. That's how Hollis-Brookline got to this championship match. For Bedford, they were in Region 2. They were also assigned the 5 seed. Go figure on that one, huh? They lucked out a little bit. They did not have to travel to Keene in their preliminary round match, as the Keene Blackbirds were forced to opt out of every tournament at that point. Nobody wants to make the long trip to Keene anyway. Keene actually uses that to their advantage. Then they followed that up with back-to-back 3-set victories at Concord, at Goffstown, and home against Spalding, although home is a relative term because they had to go to Oyster River to play over there because they weren't allowed in the building then. But for the championship match, sure, come on in and let's have some fans show up as well. So 21-18, and on the serve, Hannah Close for Hollis-Brookline. That didn't look right. That's a double hit on the set by O'Connell. Three points away. Oh, the libero, Salas, along with Giroux, watched it all the way, and it landed on the red line. 23-18. Timeout Bedford. 2 points away from taking the opening set. The other championship matches going on at this moment. Division 2, John Stark is at Guilford, and in Division 3, Trinity travels to Newfound. All 3 divisions playing at 6 o'clock here on Championship Saturday. We've had boys soccer championship earlier. Then tonight it's girls volleyball. So this really is a championship Saturday. You got, quick math, 7 different sites hosting a championship match today between boys soccer and girls volleyball. And then tomorrow tack on 3 more with girls soccer, with the Division 2 game not being played because of a late opt-out by Merrimack Valley, which gives Milford the championship. So 3 more championships tomorrow, 3 tonight, 4 earlier today. On the serve, Dug out by Gillis. That one's got to get over by Stake. Back set and a tapper. Salas dives for it. Gets back up, gets out of the way. And that one's going to fall in. That is some miscommunication. And you wonder if the masks have something to do with it. It's a lot harder to hear with the players having to wear masks. Might be a little bit more reluctant to talk as well. These are two of the elite teams in the state, and this maybe more so than any other is one of the more important sports in which to communicate. Everything happens so fast in a short amount of time on a small playing space. If you're not talking immediately, you lose the point. That kill clipped the tape, so it's dug out. That one's going to be put over. On the cross court, that one off the screen, that's playable. Cooper. Going wide for Stake, who knocks it through. Well then, 23-21, and now both sides will be out of timeouts here in the first set, as the Cavs call their final of 2. At 23-21, it was 18-13. So this is an 8-5 run for the Bulldogs. They'll need to stay on serve for a while, because the next time they don't, they'll be facing set points. Unless they can rattle off 4 consecutive. Bedford's already out on the floor. They're ready to go. They're not 11-0 and 33-1 in sets this season for no reason. 33-1. It's not like they haven't played anybody this season either. Back set, tapper by Stake. Couldn't get it through, and actually it's not Stake, excuse me, that's Gillis. That's Stake. Back set, Pearson, yes! Wow, it's within 1. 22-23. Here's O'Connell. Right down the middle and deep. That one misses wide. Tied at 23. And Sarah Dreyer on the miss. 23 all, and both sides out of timeouts. Colbert blocked and out. Unbelievable. Bedford has set points. The opening set rests on Kaylee O'Connell. Cooper. Dreyer. Blocked. Colbert has it. Dreyer again. Down and in. Even up at 24. I told you that's the way this match was going to go. That's not going to get over. Bedford set point number 2. 25-24. Stake to serve. Dreyer. No. Can Bedford pull it off? Yes! Julia Giroux with the set-winning kill. 26-24. Bedford storms back from multiple 5-point deficits to take the opening set 26-24. And Hollis-Brookline, they can't be reeling already. They have to come back from that one pretty quickly, but it might be tough. 26-24, the opening set goes to Bedford. We'll take a break here from Bedford High School Division I Girls Volleyball Championship on the NFHS Sports Network. Well, they just don't lose sets. Down 18-13 as the biggest deficit late that I can remember. Many teams, especially going against a great Hollis-Brookline squad, would just pack it in. They would kind of accept, let's say, a 25-18 loss in set number one and look to regroup in set two. But this is a proud Bedford team who is looking for their first ever volleyball championship. They were runners-up here in 2018. Looking for their first ever volleyball championship. And as the two teams come back out to the floor, it should be noted this has to be a COVID-induced rule. The two squads are not switching sides. Normally, you pick up everything and you move sides. So you're always on the bench is always on the side, obviously, that you're attacking. And then there's no advantage one way or the other in terms of lighting or in terms of who knows, whatever. But with COVID, it probably just takes too long, and you don't want to be crossing over all the time. So you pick a side, you stick with it. And that's the side you're on for the entire match. So Bedford remains on our left. Hollis-Brookline remains on our right. And again, I have to say that because they're both wearing black. It's a good thing this isn't basketball. So Bedford off that stirring first set win, 26-24. They have to hope that Hollis-Brookline is reeling, and Hollis-Brookline needs to reel it in. The Bulldogs do get point number one on the failed block attempt. And it's Kaylee O'Connell, who was the one on serve when set one came to an end. So she's back out there for two. Hannah Close, one of 5 seniors for Hollis-Brookline. They all play, and they all play big-time points. I was going to say big-time minutes, but you can't really say that here. Big-time points. They play a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. Hannah Close, Jessica Cooper, Angelina Leonard, Emily and Sarah Dreyer. Colbert couldn't get that one down. That one is down. And the point to Bedford. 3-1. It was a good attempt. That one just squeaks over the net, and Jessica Cooper couldn't do anything with it. Coach Becky Balfour got the ball, and for a minute I thought she was going to try to just squeeze the air out of it. Cooper's got to get that one over and does. Stake, O'Connell, deep set for Giroux. That one's heading to the stands. No shot on the save by Sartell. 5-1 Bedford, picking up right where they left off after the thrilling come from behind first set victory. Dreyer with the bump and now gets it back, but blocked at the top by Pearson. She's got the perfect height for a middle hitter / blocker. Cooper got that one. Set up for Dreyer. A tapper! Not yet. Now it will be. Love that read. That's a great read by Emily Dreyer. Had the double block in front of her. There was no help behind, so she just put it over the top of the Twin Towers. This one's got to get over. Who wants it? Short set. And another tapper that is a point for Bedford. Good read. That time it was Giroux. Pearson on the serve. Close to the net, so it goes over on 2. Free ball here for Bedford. They don't get the kill as it's picked off by Cooper. Dreyer blocked and out. Sarah Dreyer on the kill. 3-7. Leonard. They call her Chachi. Don't ask me why. Don't know. They just do. One of the many tidbits that was given to me by Coach Balfour, and she was great. Boy, did she have a lot of information. Very quick to respond. That one's way out. Make it 8-3. And prompts a timeout by Hollis-Brookline. I told you I would talk a little bit about some of the players that she wanted to highlight. And mentioned a lot about the Dreyer twins. Emily, who wears number 22, and Sarah, who's number 26. They are twins, and they have twin brothers. Older brothers, Mitch and Cam. That had to be some household. 2 sets of twins. Twin sons followed by twin daughters. I don't even know. They could have others around there. Who knows? But the major thing about the Dryers is that this entire season has been dedicated to their mother, Jeannie, who passed away in the spring after a 10-year battle with multiple myeloma. The team has raised more than $2,500 for a charity established in Jeannie Dryer's memory. So this whole season is dedicated to them. For that aspect, you'd love to see them pull out this championship, be able to avenge their only loss of the season. But nonetheless, this has been a championship season win or lose for the Hollis-Brookline team, looking at what they've done off the court especially. And I'm sure that the Dreyer twins needed to lean on their extended family this spring after everything they've been through for the last 10 years with their mother's battle. And so congratulations already to the HB Cavs. All right, now they are finding themselves down a set and 4-9. And speaking of the Dryers, this is Sarah. They're twins, but even twins have differences. Sarah's a righty and Emily's a lefty. That's one thing. And if you go strictly by the height listed, Sarah is also an inch taller at 5'8". They are not identical twins, that is for sure, when you look at them out there. Twins does not always mean identical, and Dreyer continuing on the serve. That one's going to float long, though. Heading towards Tom King. Taking pictures. I've had the great fortune of knowing him for many, many years. If you're a New Hampshire sports person, trust me, you know about Tom King. Great Patriots writer as well. Does some work on Boston Sports Talk Radio as well regarding the Pats. That one's heading over here. Mike Mahoney never even flinched. He knew instinctively that that was heading 5 inches to his left and it was going to bounce harmlessly off the wall, and he was not going to risk life, limb, more importantly, laptop. Without the laptop, we could just all go home. There would be no more broadcast. That one's blocked at the top and then could not be dug out by Gillis. Colbert and Emily Dreyer combining. 7-11. And here's Annette Schlunk on the serve, but she serves it right into the net. Can't be giving away those free points. Remember, Hollis-Brookline gave Bedford 2 free points on serves just like that in set number 1. One that sailed long, one that went into the net. You have to at least make the opponent come up with the point, have to earn the point. What happened there? It looked like over the top, I think, on Bedford. So Hollis-Brookline gets the point. 2 free points given to Bedford in that set number 1. And remember, final was 26-24. That's Sophia Jordan on the serve, and that one blocked down and in. Back to within 3 at 9-12. Jordan, sophomore for Hollis-Brookline. That one is going to be an awfully hard one to keep in. Last thing you want to be doing is running 50 feet away from your own side of the court. I don't believe the end walls are in play here, only because, oh, that one's on the line and in. The Cavs within 1, 11-12. The end walls are not in play because there are bleachers on one side and no bleachers on the other, so we wouldn't be able to make the end walls in play. Everything else is in play. If it hits the ceiling, if it hits a beam, if it hits the raised up basketball hoop, that's one of the oddities and one of the really cool things about volleyball is that everything is in place. So you'll get a weird bounce and it'll be up there for 5 minutes, and next thing you know, it rolls off and you got to play it. Quite a comeback here for Hollis-Brookline in set number 2. Opened up a big lead in 1, but couldn't finish the deal. And they'll need to rally themselves, and they would certainly love to even this thing up at a dozen. And then take your chances from there. It becomes a 1st to 13. Jordan's been back there for a while. Ideally, in her mind, she's back there for a while longer. Bedford would love to put a stop to that right now. Salas, Stake almost didn't get over there in time. Jordan comes up to dig it out. Colbert with the tapper, but read nicely by O'Connell. Free opportunity on the back set for Colbert. And that will tie the set. 12-12. These two teams are too good and too evenly matched for one side to run away with a set. It's just not going to happen. Wow. Salas looked like she was handing it to her head coach, Anna McGann, who looked at her and just cocked her head to the side a little bit like, what was that? Hollis-Brookline has taken the lead at 13-12. Salas is going to watch that one sail out. And now tied at a baker's dozen. Colbert. Yes. Very good looking sophomore down the middle there for Hollis-Brookline. Sophomore listed at only 5'9". She plays bigger than that though. She's only listed at 5'9", but man, standing next to Pearson, well, I guess standing near Lindsay Pearson for Bedford, there is a height difference. Pearson's probably about 6 feet. Well, she plays bigger than that though. Speaking of Pearson, she gets the point. Tied at 14, Giselle Stake on the serve. Jordan digs. Uh-oh, too close to the net. Nothing anybody could do about that one. Stake for the second time. Dreyer wants it again, gets it. Sarah Dreyer. Coach Balfour loves it so much she's just going to pound her clipboard on the floor here. Make some noise. Volleyball, to me, is the loudest sport of them all. Even with, I would say, maybe not quite half the stands filled stands filled with fans on the other side. There's nobody here on our side. This sport is just so loud. It's one of the things I love about it. Jessica Cooper back there to serve, the libero for Hollis-Brookline, up 16-15, needing this set. And Cavs need to get this one. You do not want to get down 0-2 to Bedford. That's why losing that first set really hurts. Imagine taking a set-up lead on this team. Dreyer will have to do it from a distance, basically a free ball for Bedford. Who wants that one? Put over by McCarthy, the freshman. Dreyer taps it on the line. 17-16. Dreyer, Emily, in for Jordan. Leonard to serve, up 17-16. Again, needing this set. Oh, flubbed the shot, did Gillis. Looked like it went right off her knuckles. She couldn't get anything on it. That's a big break for Hollis-Brookline, one they need. Each team with one timeout left to go in this set. That one's going to go out as Stake. Didn't get close enough for it. 20 seems to be the magic number. If Hollis-Brookline picks up point number 20 here, you got to figure Coach McGann will utilize her final timeout. Back set close. Jordan, and that is going to go to Bedford on a double hit. I believe it was a double hit. I don't know whether it was called on the set by close or whether it was on the hit before that, but nonetheless, Bedford gets a much needed point. Cooper, sent over by Leonard. Short set, McCarthy. Hello, that one had some power behind it. Outstanding middle hitter, who's only a freshman. Here's Gillis. Down the middle, but long. Ball just would not come down. And credit the back line there of Close and Cooper to realize that that was not going to settle. 20-18, here's Amy Ryherd. Set into the serve, into the net. More free and easy points for this Bedford team. 19-20. Giroux on the serve. That one's going to be sent over by Kotu. Over on two, into the void. Right down the middle of the setup circle for HB. We're even up at 20. One timeout remaining for each team. Ryer is going to send that one in, and it looks like timeout will be called by Balfour. They need it because they need to get this set now down 20-21 and down 1-0 here in the girls Division I championship volleyball match. Convenient MD Urgent Care is proud to support the NHIAA is a healthcare provider dedicated to providing a better way to care for patients throughout New England. From the flu to x-rays for broken bones and scrapes when it comes to expert medical care, the team at Convenient MD covers most anything you need. No appointment needed, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Learn more at convenientmd.com. Well, if ever there was a time for a big defensive stop for the Cavs, this is it. You do not want to get down 2 points this late to Bedford. Again, a Bedford team that has now won 34 of the 35 sets they have played this season. Salas dives for it. Stake. Nope. Good dig out by Leonard. That will have to be put over by Emily Dreyer. Kind of close to the net. That looks like it's going to be a carry or lift. Take your pick, although I believe they might be interchangeable. I could be wrong on that. Set was too close to the net, so all she could do is, to use a basketball term, catch it and dunk it. Stake? Nope. Dug out by Daskalos, who's the server. Daskalos puts it over. Over and two! Over her head for the point for Bedford. Take a quick peek, find the void. Just send it over. 22-21, Salas. Cooper. Dreyer. No, it was out. 23-21. Danger, time for the Cavs. They are out of timeouts. Salas Ryherd with a bit of a miss hit. This one's going to get over by Leonard and does not. Triple set point for the Bulldogs. Backs against the wall in set one. Pulled it out, 26-24. Leading 24-21. Now in set two. And the junior libero, Haley Salas, floats it. Free ball. Pearson couldn't finish it. Tapper down, and the set to Bedford. 25-21. The Bulldogs a set away from their first ever volleyball championship. This one not quite as difficult as set number one. They more or less led throughout. 25-21. They take set number two and a commanding 2-0 lead here in the Division I state championship on the NFHS Sports Network. Tonight's game is available live. Call and text your family and friends to enjoy the action now at www.nfhsnetwork.com. And if you are a Bedford fan, you definitely might want to, because this is a commanding 2-0 lead. Hollis-Brookline, if they're able to come back, it will be a comeback for the ages across any level of competition in volleyball. Down 2 sets to this Bedford team. A tough task. Chris Schuker joined along by Mike Mahoney here from the NFHS Network, and pleased to be joined by Mark Marai and Bill Jennings from Bedford Community Television. Doing a great job over there. On camera, directing, producing, setting up. We're on the pushed-in bleachers, so they had to lug the camera and all that other stuff up here. That couldn't have been easy. Makes me glad I was at Oyster River, I guess, for boys soccer. I'll help bring it down, though, boys. Don't you worry. First point of set 3 to Bedford. Bedford now at 35-1 this season in sets 1. Again, their only loss of a set was to Hollis-Brookline in their 4-set win on October 15th. Ryherd, Jordan, put over but not down by Kotu. Stake, that was out. Looked close. The line judge put the flag up. Now, to use, it's a cliche, but you can't win 3 sets if you're Hollis-Brookline right now. And you can't win set 3 all at once. Just get points. Get points where you can. Jordan flies from nowhere. Cooper's the one who put it over. Set there for Gillis, and that will go out. Cavs had a missed opportunity in set 1, but that needs to be ancient history for them. As Giselle Stake serves. Nice tapper over by Sarah Dreyer, but couldn't find the point. Cooper lays out. Sophie Jordan. Dreyer will try it again, but she put it into the bottom of the net. (4-1). It's another Stake serve. Dreyer, wow. Emily Dreyer on that one. There was some purpose behind that kill. 2-4 as Cheyenne Colbert will return. Cooper goes behind the back line. That one's heading this way, and good scatter job by the Bedford bench, but Gillis couldn't get over there in enough time. Love the effort, though. All the bench players are 6 feet apart. They're not lined up in a line like usual. Lined up in a line. As opposed to lined up in a circle. Pearson serving at 5-3. Jordan back set for Colbert. It's a good deep shot, but couldn't get it down, and Cooper couldn't get there in enough time on that rocket cross quarter. Pearson, the senior, would love to go out on top. That one's heading towards the bench and out. Pearson again floats this one down the middle, close to the net. Colbert couldn't finish it. Set up there for Giroux, and a whistle. Point's going to go to Bedford on the lift. Still Pearson now at 8-3. Cooper has that one. Set up there for Emily Dreyer. And going over the net, I believe. What do they call that on Stake? I think they signaled 21. Maybe not. She might not have been in. Might have been Pearson. (4-8). Sartell on the serve, but can't get it over. for Hollis-Brookline, not only have these girls been together playing volleyball since middle school, but they've also had their coach since that time. Is back when they were in middle school, there was 1 year where Coach Balfour had to do both the varsity high school basketball volleyball coaching and middle school volleyball coaching, as their coach had to take a leave of absence. And that was the year that today's juniors and seniors were down there. So these girls have been around for a while. HB is going to get a point. Going to call it a 4-hit. Thought that was blocked by HB, but apparently it was blocked. Apparently it was hit by Bedford into the net and came back. So 5-9, Sarah Dreyer serves it. Deep set, tough one there for Giroux. Opportunity, blocked down and in. However, I think they called again an over-the-top violation on Bedford. So the block was in, but a net violation gives the point to the Cavs. They need all they can get, down 6-9, down 2 sets. Julia Giroux. That's a fun name to say. That one got over, but it went around the pole, I believe. Yeah, it went around the pole and not at the pole's height. So that is a point for Bedford, but the Bulldogs give it right back on the deep serve. (7-10) Colbert. Jump serve. Salas. Stake blocked. Salas gets it. That one's got to get over. Colbert touched it. Ryherd was right there. Blocked by Pearson, and that one was out and not touched. That was very close. The shot didn't miss by much, and it was very close to being touched on the way through, but it was not. Point to Hollis-Brookline. Sophia Jordan in the serve. Good read by Emily Dreyer. Code 2 able to nudge that one over. Big points here for HB. Down 9-11. That was very close to being a double tap. Looked like. Blocked by Pearson. Pearson could have gotten it, and for some reason she backed off, and it fell in harmlessly, and a chance to tie for Hollis-Brookline. But not before a timeout by Bedford. They still have a 1-point lead here in this set, and the commanding 2-0 lead. Mentioned Hollis-Brookline has only dropped the 1 set all season. They did also have 2 regular season matches canceled with Pinkerton on their way to an 11-0 mark at this point. Runners up 2 years ago, looking for their first ever volleyball championship to add to the banners here in this gymnasium, a gymnasium that is not that old because neither is the school. The school opened in maybe 2006, 2007. Maybe a little later than that, maybe 2010, somewhere around there, I would say. A nod, 2010? I see. I knew 06, 07 was not right. All right. Look at all the banners around this school. That's unbelievable. Sophia Jordan, excuse me, has just tied this match. Or tied the set, I should say, at 11. Jordan, that one's going to sail long. All right, well, she did the first important part. She got it back even at 11. Kaylee O'Connell on the serve, floats that one short. Ryherd ducks down for it. A high set right along the net. And nothing that Coatue could do about it. 13-11. Can't let it get too far at this point. Coatue softly over. Salas, here's Stake. Jordan, back set for Emily Dreyer, who put it into the net. It was great to get back to 11-11. You can't be giving up too many points at this time of the match and this time of the set. Blocked at the top, rides the tape, comes down on Hollis-Brookline side. Jordan, Coatue into the net. HB might have to use a timeout quickly. They have They still have two. They started to tick down, and they're listed as having used one, but they did not. So they should still have the two timeouts left, and they'll get a point there after the serve. Barely even made it to the front line. 12-15. Hannah Close, who Coach Balfour described as focused and hard-working, as a great server and a great passer. One of the hardest working girls she's ever coached. She'll need to come up with some great serves here. Won't get the point there as Cooper took it away from her. (16-12). Point to Bedford, double hit. Starting to get away from HB. This set was 11-11 after Sophia Jordan served for the last time. Made it 12-11, now it's 17-12 Bulldogs. 18-12. And now Coach Balfour has to call a timeout. 18-12, the Bulldogs are 7 points away from yet another sweep and their first ever volleyball championship. Championship apparel is now available online from our partners at Northwest Designs. Access the store from the tournament merchandise page at www.nhiaa.org or follow us on Twitter for the links and latest designs. Don't miss your chance to commemorate your championship experience. HB crowd, they're not ready to concede. They're trying to fire up their squad. They watched Bedford basically win set one from this deficit. They say there's no reason why you can't do that here in set three. And then start all over again at 0-0 in set four. That's certainly what the Cavs are hoping for. Giselle Stake and the rest of the Bedford Bulldogs hoping to put this thing away in 7 or so points, and that was, yeah, that's a double hit. That went hand. HB continues to dig themselves that hole. Dreyer. Nope, not yet. Tapper, Dreyer, Sarah dove for it, but Giroux found the hole in the defense. 20-12. Oh, Dreyer, well, that just barely ticked out of bounds. Dreyer almost didn't get her face out of the way in enough time. 13-20. Cooper, the libero. Set behind the great Sammy Shepard, who was the starting libero here for all 4 years. Finally gets her one chance. A great season for her. Blocked at the top, a stalemate. Sarah Dreyer's got to get it over. Nice dig out by the other libero, Haley Salas. Blocked and down. Big point by Emily Dreyer on the rejection. 14-20, and she's trying to fire up her team. Jumping around after that block. Salas, O'Connell, Giroux. 21-14. Lindsay Pearson, the senior. Can she serve it out? She'll need 4. Colbert couldn't do enough with it that time. Giroux, Cooper. Colbert, yes! Cheyenne Colbert. That was some great defense by the Cavs. They haven't packed it in yet. 15-21, Emily Sartell on the serve for HB. A rocket, but into the net. Three away, and here's Fiona Gillis. Colbert, dug out by Stake. Short set. McCarthy will be called for the lift. Sarah Dreyer to serve. Salas had a tough time digging that one out. Giroux, no one home for Hollis-Brookline. Bulldogs within 2. Within 2 for Julia Giroux. Sartell digs it out. Jordan goes cross court for close, and that falls. Now Hollis-Brookline, they have a timeout left. Will they use it? Doesn't look like it. Bedford has 8 championship points. 8. 24-16, Giroux. Ryherd, close to the net. That'll fall out of bounds. And Bedford, for the first time ever, volleyball champions in Girls Division 1. They do what they did almost all year, sweep their opponents. And this time a very tough Hollis-Brookline team. Come from behind first set, 26-24. 25-21 in set 2, and a dominating 25-16 win in set number 3. Finished the season 12-0, 36-1 in sets. An unbelievable season for head coach Anna McGann and the rest of the Bulldog team, having defeated twice now a superb Hollis-Brookline Cavalier squad. As good as the Cavaliers were today and this whole season, the Bulldogs were just not going to be denied. It's scary to think all of the terrific players that they return next year that are all juniors or further below. Haley Salas, Fiona Gillis, Kaylee O'Connell, Lana McCarthy, who's just a freshman. Giselle State, Julia Giroux. They all return next year. The only one that played that will not be returning is Lindsay Pearson. She's the senior that goes out on top. And as I said earlier, a phenomenal season for Hollis-Brookline on the court, off the court, having rallied around their 2 teammates earlier in this calendar year, and what they've done in terms of raising money is just off the charts for them. But we will pause now for the award ceremony. Wrapping up here, mention all the returning players for Bedford next season. Let's not overlook Hollis-Brookline. They're going to return Amy Ryherd, Lydia Daskalos, Emily Sartell, Megan Kotu, Sophia Jordan. Good players that we saw today that will be back next year as well, as they get the championship trophy there for Bedford in the pictures as well. And they'll have to hang a new banner as the Bedford Bulldogs, for the first time ever, girls volleyball champions. And they earned it. They looked like they were going to drop that first set. They were down big, 5-6 points, kind of late. Came back to win at 26-24. And again, after that, just romped 25-21 in set 2 and 25-16 in set number 3 to take home the championship. Certainly like to thank all of you for tuning in and for all the help we got here. Mike Mahoney from the NFHS Network, always great. NFHS Network, always great to work with him. And our new friends over here at Bedford Community Television. Nice to work with you guys today. Mark Marai, Bill Jennings, great job. And certainly hope that we'll be seeing you again in the future. I'd like to thank, again, all of you for tuning in. Also to Bedford High School. This is not easy to put on something like this so quickly on short notice, something you haven't done. I feel like they did a great job. So kudos to Athletic Director Corey Parker and all of his staff on putting on an excellent event on short notice. My name is Chris Schuker. Please enjoy the rest of your evening.